Hey, what's going on, gamers? It's Skur here. Today we're going to be talking about the next installment of the Bowser Union Pacific 4664 Challenger Locomotive Kit build. Um, as you see here, we have two completed frames. This has taken me a lot of time to get done, and I will talk about what I've done. You can see they've been painted some, however, I'm going to have to touch up a lot of areas due to just handling. But anyways, let's get started. In the last episode, I had the hangers installed along with the steam chest. And that was about it. But as you can see here, all the valve gear is installed. And this took a tremendous amount of time to do. I had several issues installing the valve gear. The main issue I ran into was the pins wanting to back themselves out. So I had to use basically glue or epoxy to lock those into place, the crank pins here. That was an issue that took me a few days to figure out. And in doing so, I broke these. The eccentric rods are held on by a 0090 screw and a 0090 nut. And during the process of my troubleshooting, I broke 3 of those screws. So I had to order a new set from Amazon, which was about $50. The kit provides you with a lot of extra rivets, which was really helpful. I used every single rivet in the kit, maybe except for one, actually. I think I didn't use one of the hanger rivets there. I think I had one of those left, but I used every single leather rivet. I had a lot of issues with the installation, but it does everything works nice now. As you can see here, they both turn really smoothly by hand. This one's a little bit hard to get a grip on, but it does turn really smooth by hand. Yeah, I just don't have the leverage like I do with this one. On this one, you can see there's a big glob of solder, because that was where I broke one of the screws. So I just decided to solder it together, which is fine. I mean, everything works great here. Got a little bit of leverage, but the way this stuff is there we go. It's difficult to turn by hand now. So, but everything is nice. Trying to think of any other issues that I had. Yes, I did. On this section, these the valve gear, or this hanging system, it screws in. It's held in by these 2 screws here, and I had to, and it worked fine on this one. But on this frame, the screws were just a little bit too big, so I had to glue this in place. And I'm not quite sure what the deal is with this one. You have to work these. Bowser recommends working these in by hand, and it's a lot easier to do with 2 hands, but this does roll smoothly. There we go. Though there's still some fine-tuning issues that may have to be taken care of with this one. Had to increase the holes for the rod that keeps the wheels together by a little bit. Had some trouble with that, which was causing a few binds. That's really about it. This valve gear is very odd, though. How they kind of go out and up. But that is prototypical. That is the way that it's supposed to be done. I just thought it was very weird. But we're on track to making a good finished product. This one might need a little bit more fine tuning. You can see how The crosshead guides aren't quite lined up. That's not really a big deal. But stay tuned, more to come.